Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a long time, and by that I mean literal months since I've posted on this channel. The spiritual warfare has been crazy. Like, you guys don't even, like, it was a whole thing. But we're back and we're better, and we're finally posting on this channel again. Hopefully, I can get this channel up, like, consistently, like, new videos up consistently. I'm gonna try a few different things, see what works, see what doesn't. But yeah, let's get into today's video. Okay, today I want to talk about something interesting. Of course, something always has to go wrong, and I lost my paper that had my notes on it, of course. So I don't know what that is, but it wasn't that much anyway. So I'm gonna have to do a mixture of like voiceover and me talking because yeah. My first encounter with reborn babies, I'm pretty sure, is me seeing a content creator that painted reborn baby like dolls, and I always thought that was interesting, to say the least. I didn't know that much about it, so obviously I'm not going to talk about anything I don't know. Reborn babies themselves are very controversial because apparently they're used for mothers who are grieving their child, and they get like a replica or like a doll to try to like cope with it. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it is. So a lot of people think that that's kind of weird and how that's not a real way to cope or whatever, which, like, I'm not in a place to comment on that, so this is not what this video is about. And also, some people use them. Just to collect them. Just like the different collections and stuff. Some people think they look creepy because, they look so realistic that, it creeps people out. Again, not my place. But today I want to talk about something specific, and this happened to me like months ago, like during summer, early summer. And it rubbed off me the wrong way, and it really like triggered something like in me. Like, I don't know what you call that, but like it triggered like deep sense of like fear and like hurt in my soul. And I'm not even being over dramatic. It wasn't even that. It was just disgust. There was a video. I'm gonna play a few seconds of the video so you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is a pretty old video, but it was the comments on this video that really made me second guess. Because I left a comment. I will post my comment on the screen. And the responses I got were quite interesting. Because, okay, I don't remember them off the top of my head and the other comments that were on the post, but basically they were all along the lines of, I prefer them using babies than actual, like, babies. Like, I prefer them using, like, plastic dolls than actual babies. My thing with this is that it really initiates a culture of just being pleasing to people who have sick thoughts. And listen, I understand. I don't know the laws, okay? I don't know the laws of my state or in this country. Like, okay, obviously I know the laws of this country, but like specifically for this, I don't know. But in my perfect world, anyone who has a sick thought and anyone who performs that sick thought upon a baby doll should be thrown in jail. In jail. In my perfect world, that makes sense. So I don't know if anyone else's perfect world would look like mine. I don't know who else thinks like me, and that anyone who even does that should be thrown in jail. In my perfect world, that would be rational. But of course, we live in this world. And of course, this is not rational thinking. I know technically that's not illegal. I don't know. I don't care. That's not the point. The point I'm making is that it's creepy. And it's creepy to everyone who is saying, oh, well, I'm glad they're using a baby doll instead of a actual baby. I'm sorry. Can we put these people in a mental asylum instead of promoting these people? Like, I'm sorry. That's like... I can't remember, but I think I make a comparison to a man watching behind his wife's back, and how that would be like, how some people would think that would be still cheating. Okay? Because is it technically you going out with a real person and you being with them? No. But you know what that does? It invokes the same emotions of distrust, dishonesty, and disconnection. Those three things in a marriage. Now, if we take that and apply it in this situation, in whose right mind do we think it's okay to promote these lustful thoughts about literal babies? I'm sorry, I don't care. I really don't. Like, I feel like this should be such an open-ended thing. This should be just such an easy thing. And like, I really, you would think that as a society we would learn from certain incidences, but no, we are still letting, and I'm sorry, I try not to make anything gender focused on this channel, because both, Lord knows, both men and women can be predators. Okay? We, Lord knows. But I'm specifically men, I'm talking about here. Since when were we promoting men's lust? Since when were we doing that as a society? Since when was that going on? I'm quite confused. Because in my mind, we have gotten to a point in a place in America. I'm not talking about other places, I'm talking about America right now. In of course, like the UK and Canada, those places. We have gone to such a place of like acceptance and love and trying to fight for rights. We have gone to that place, but then it just took a turn, and now everything's spiraling out of control, and here we have this. Oh, I prefer them using fake babies and real babies. Like, okay. I see what y'all are saying. Like, me too. I prefer a real child not to get harmed. But I'm sorry, I'm looking at my TV. But are we serious right now? It's like, I'm sorry, I'm getting stressed out because it actually, y'all know these topics make me like cry. Like, I can't do this. That's like, I'm gonna make a separate video on this one day, because it's really its own thing. Like, it's, oh my gosh, it's the idea of, like, I'm talking about when people say, okay, well, actually, I'm not going to talk about that yet. Okay, let's talk about this. It's similar, but not really. But similar to my other point. If a man wants to cheat on his wife, but instead of cheating on his wife, he just watches. But the feelings are still there, though. You have the heart of cheating on your wife. You have the heart of cheating. In my mind, that's still very disgusting, and that should be that should be talked about, and that should be really seen. Am I the only one who's really understanding what's going on here? And I had to message one of my friends when this, like, a few weeks after this happened. I have to text her and be like, am I crazy? Like, am I the one in the wrong? And she was like, no. I'm like, okay, thank you, because, like, at least I know I'm not crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. My TV is, like, staring at me. I'm scared. Anyway, like, it's actually making me physically ill to think about this thought that we can just, like, okay, and this isn't, okay, because I feel like we can apply this again to, like, boxing. Okay, people, this is very stereotypical, and this is not the case for everyone, of course, but let's say you have anger issues and you decide to pick up boxing. Yes, it's a good way to alleviate that anger, but also, let's unpack. Okay, let's unpack what is making you so angry. Let's unpack why you're using this as a coping mechanism. Let's unpack some of these things here. Okay, of course, this is like, and that's low-key a different situation because it's not harming anyone. Okay, that's a different situation. And actually, that can be seen as a healthy coping mechanism, because you're actually getting, like, working out your body and stuff like that. But it's the same idea of, like, okay, that's the solution to the issue that you have, but what is the cause of the issue? What is the cause? Why are you like this? Like, and my thing is, like, I'm really trying to figure out like, since when in society we decided to just accept, oh yeah, it's okay, I prefer them to do that than like real babies. Like, no, that's just my thing. I think my main thing with this whole thing is that shouldn't be the main conversation we're having. We should be like, this, our culture is so perverse and lust oriented that this is even a thing in the brain, and the devil has really, I rebuke his name, the devil has really raised rampant upon our generation and past generations, and he's always trying to destroy something. He's trying to destroy love, peace, families. Like, that should be the conversation we're having, but instead we're having, oh well, I prefer them doing it to babies than, I mean, dolls than actual babies. Obviously, Susan, obviously we prefer that, but is that what we should, is that what we should want? Like, and I know they're not saying they don't want. I'm so frustrated because I feel like this should be common sense, but no, because I have to explain this for some reason. Okay, I feel like I have nothing else to say. Like, I don't want to extend this video too long. I just wanted to rant. I feel like some of these things on this channel is going to be me ranting. I don't know. Sometimes I get scared because I'm not really good at talking. And I feel like sometimes my points and what I'm trying to say can get lost in the way I talk. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes when I talk about things I'm passionate about, it comes through very well. And I'm not as awkward when I speak. And yeah, so I don't know, maybe I'm speaking well, but it's just so perplexing to me how as a society we have gotten so used to perversion that instead of the topic being of how do we improve society, it's, oh well, I prefer them using dolls instead of real babies. I don't know how we got there. Actually, no idea. The devil and his goons, I rebuke his name. It's getting to a point. I'm really am tired. I'm gonna keep speaking out about different things, especially perversion in today's society, whether that be from the government, whether that be from literal, or like the things that we're trying to brainwash people with. And by brainwash people, I mean probably younger generations, because it's getting to a point. Again, I keep saying it's getting to a point because it's really getting to a point. You think we'd be over this right now, but no, we're still worried about the same things. You think in America we'd be like ahead of this by now, but no. And again, I said this on my, I think I said this on my first video or something. I'm doing this because adults won't, I fear. Adults are supposed to be the ones speaking out about this. There are some. There are some, like, applauding. I applaud them. But there's just so much perversion, especially linked to children, and it's so disgusting, and I hate it. I just, it's just a lot, and I can't do it anymore. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys have a nice day. I just got home from school, and I recorded this. Yeah. I'm really happy I'm starting to record again. Yeah. I just hope that I have an audience soon enough that will listen to what I have to say. You know, I don't care if my videos get 1 view or 2 views 4 months from now. As long as I get to a place where I can get a steady amount of views in the future so I can reach more people, then I'm happy. But yeah, it's always fun recording and putting my thoughts out there because I always have a lot of them. This is the start, and please bear with me as I try to figure things out, because I know certain things are going to be quite trash, but hopefully I can get some things figured out and some things worked on. Anyway, God bless you guys. May the Lord be with you guys. May you guys read your Bible today and pray, and yeah, just write in the comments something that really annoys you, or like a topic that really annoys you. Maybe I can talk about it. Maybe you will give me ideas. So yeah, bye.